No to watching things that are poisoning your spirit. No to peer pressure.
Joel Osteen is one of the most recognized televangelists in the world, known for his uplifting messages about living your best life. He transformed Lakewood Church from a modest Houston congregation into a global megachurch, reaching millions through television, books, and live events. Yet behind the inspiring public image lies a complex story filled with personal challenges, family influence, and controversies. From his early upbringing in a deeply faith-driven household to navigating disasters, criticism, and questions about financial priorities, Joel's journey illustrates both the possibilities and pressures of modern religious leadership. His story is not just about faith, but about media, influence, and navigating public scrutiny while balancing family, legacy, and ambition. Early life and family roots. Joel Osteen was born in Houston, Texas in 1963 into a family deeply committed to faith and service. His father, John Osteen, had shifted from traditional Southern Baptist ministry to founding Lakewood Church, emphasizing healing and miracles. Joel's mother, Dodie, played a critical role in shaping the family's spiritual environment, particularly through faith-based resilience after the birth of their daughter Lisa, who faced severe disabilities. Joel grew up observing his parents navigate challenges with hope, prayer, and determination. His siblings pursued careers that blended service, medicine, and ministry, reflecting the values instilled in their household. These experiences shaped Joel's worldview, grounding him in optimism, empathy, and a sense of purpose. The family's focus on spiritual devotion and mutual support laid the foundation for Joel's later leadership style, which blends encouragement with practical life lessons, demonstrating how early experiences and family influence can shape a public ministry. The founding of Lakewood Church. Lakewood Church started humbly in 1959 inside a small feed store in Houston with just over 200 seats. John and Dodie Osteen envisioned a church that offered hope, healing, and spiritual encouragement rather than strict doctrine. Over the next 2 decades, the church grew steadily, drawing thousands of congregants who resonated with the message of miracles and personal transformation. Joel observed this growth from behind the scenes, quietly learning leadership, communication, and spiritual guidance. Initially shy and uninterested in preaching, he absorbed valuable lessons by watching his parents connect with their congregation. This period taught Joel the power of authenticity, storytelling, and empathy, which would later define his sermons. The church's early success relied not just on vision, but on relational leadership, family involvement, and dedication to faith-based solutions. These formative years instilled in Joel an understanding of community, resilience, and the importance of meeting people where they were in their spiritual journey. Joel Osteen's media and ministry path. Rather than immediately stepping into the pulpit, Joel focused on television and media communications, recognizing the potential of broadcasting to expand Lakewood's reach. After briefly attending Oral Roberts University, he returned home to launch the church's TV ministry, learning production, editing, and audience engagement from the ground up. Over nearly 2 decades, he honed a polished media presence, shaping how viewers perceived Lakewood Church long before he became its senior pastor. Joel's behind-the-scenes experience gave him insight into connecting with a broad audience, balancing spiritual messaging with relatable storytelling. When his father passed away in 1999, Joel reluctantly assumed leadership, transitioning from media strategist to public pastor. His unique background allowed him to modernize preaching, blending motivational principles with faith teachings. This approach distinguished him from traditional clergy and positioned Lakewood as a church that combined hope, accessibility, and media savvy to engage congregants both locally and globally. Megachurch expansion and global influence. Under Joel Osteen's leadership, Lakewood Church experienced explosive growth, quickly tripling its congregation within a few years. He expanded television airtime, invested in strategic advertising, and focused on uplifting, approachable sermons that appealed to large audiences. One of the church's most ambitious moves was leasing and renovating the Compaq Center, a former NBA arena, into a 16,000-seat sanctuary with classrooms, media rooms, and elaborate interior designs. This bold transformation turned the venue into a spiritual hub for tens of thousands of attendees and millions of viewers worldwide. Joel's combination of media, message, and scale created a globally recognized brand of faith that emphasized encouragement, positivity, and hope. His leadership style focused less on traditional warnings and more on inspiration, making Lakewood a place where people could experience personal growth alongside spiritual teaching. The church's massive expansion reflected both his vision and his understanding of modern communication strategies and faith. Family partnership and ministry leadership. Joel's personal life has been closely intertwined with Lakewood's growth. He met Victoria in 1985 while she was working in a jewelry store, and their partnership developed into marriage, co-leadership of the church, and shared influence over its global presence. Victoria gradually built her own ministry, publishing best-selling books, launching podcasts, and expanding the women's ministry, creating avenues to reach thousands more. Their children, Jonathan and Alexandra, became active in music, preaching, and youth programs, ensuring that the family legacy would continue into the next generation. This family-centric leadership reflects a blend of devotion, collaboration, and strategic cultivation of influence. By combining personal charisma with faith and media presence, the Osteens created a modern religious dynasty. Their story demonstrates how faith, family, and leadership can intersect to shape an institution's culture, influence, and outreach in the modern world. Prosperity, theology, and criticism. Joel Osteen's teachings center on hope, positivity, and prosperity, often highlighting how faith can lead to health, wealth, and personal success. While uplifting to many, this approach has attracted criticism from traditional theologians who argue that it oversimplifies Christian doctrine. Critics contend that focusing on blessings rather than repentance, suffering, or sin risks creating a superficial faith experience and may inadvertently suggest that hardship reflects insufficient belief. This prosperity gospel has been described as encouraging self-confidence over spiritual depth, sparking debates about the role of modern media in shaping theology. Osteen's message resonates widely because it emphasizes relatability, personal empowerment, and encouragement. However, it also exposes tensions between spiritual aspiration and doctrinal fidelity, highlighting the challenges of balancing mass appeal with theological integrity in contemporary religious leadership. Financial scale and controversy. Lakewood Church operates with an annual budget approaching $90 million, yet only a small percentage goes to charitable outreach. Critics question the prioritization of funds for television broadcasts, weekly services, and large-scale events over missions. Joel and Victoria Osteen's personal wealth, largely derived from book sales, speaking engagements, and merchandise adds to public scrutiny. The family lives in luxury, yet Joel has not taken a church salary for years, emphasizing financial independence. Controversies, including loans from government programs and legal disputes, have fueled debate about transparency, ethics, and the responsibilities of leading a megachurch. While supporters argue that widespread media reach spreads spiritual influence globally, critics view financial practices as a reflection of misaligned priorities. The financial scale underscores the tension between sustaining a global ministry and addressing societal expectations of charitable and spiritual responsibility. Crisis response and security challenges. Lakewood Church has faced multiple crises, from natural disasters like Hurricane Harvey to violent incidents such as the 2024 church shooting. Delays in providing shelter during Harvey drew public backlash, highlighting the tension between operational realities and public expectation. The church's openness, while fostering accessibility, has exposed vulnerabilities in security protocols, raising questions about congregant safety. Legal cases involving child safety during services further illustrate the complexity of managing a large institution. Joel Osteen's responses emphasize faith, resilience, and hope, yet public scrutiny persists. These events demonstrate the unique challenges faced by modern megachurch leaders, balancing spiritual care, safety, and media perception. They highlight the delicate task of maintaining trust and credibility while navigating unpredictable emergencies, structural limitations, and public criticism. Legacy, influence, and ongoing challenges. Joel Osteen's journey from a small Houston church to a global religious figure demonstrates a unique blend of faith, media, and motivation. His leadership reshaped the landscape of modern preaching, combining uplifting messages with wide-reaching media strategies. Despite immense popularity, the church continues to face theological, financial, and security challenges, as well as scrutiny over priorities and messaging. The recent passing of his mother, coupled with ongoing crises, underscores the personal and institutional pressures inherent in leading a megachurch. Joel and Victoria remain at the helm, guiding Lakewood Church while navigating public perception, family legacy, and societal expectations.